The question you have to ask yourself before you convert your dollars into silver, or before you convert your dollars into anything, before you make a purchase, before you buy anything, you always need to ask yourself, does the value exceed the cost? What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Hope you're doing well, feeling great, and staying safe. Today, I wanted to talk about $24 an ounce silver and whether or not I think it's too much for just a troy ounce. But really quick, just in case you're new, make sure to subscribe for daily videos. Also subscribe to my second channel, which is my backup channel for exclusive weekly content. Brand new video over there. Go check it out. The link will be in the description. And if you want to get some DYDSS merchandise to help support the channel, I would really appreciate it. Any and all merchandise can be found by clicking the first link in the description section down below. Thank you in advance. It's more than appreciated. But today I wanted to talk about the spot price of silver and how much value silver could potentially bring to you and your life and your future. And I'm talking about in the long term, not next week, not next month, not next year. Now, what actually inspired today's video was a video that I posted over a year ago. I have no idea when exactly it was posted, but I was going through some of my older uploads, and there was one from over a year ago, and it was titled almost the same thing as the title of this video, but it was, is $15 per troy ounce too much? So it's funny how the questions change, or should I say how the question stays exactly the same, but the numbers change as time goes by. Over a year ago, we were talking about $15 silver. I remember getting comments on my videos from people saying,
I'm not getting any silver if it's over $15, $16.
A lot of people were refusing to stack silver unless it was, I don't know, $13, $14, $15, whatever it was. But I thought it was interesting because over a year ago we were talking about this, but with a completely different number. Silver has nearly doubled since then. I mean, we saw this year the spot price tanked. It climbed its way back up to where it was before it fell down, and then it just kept climbing. It fell down when it was at about $18, and it made its way back to $18, then it went to $19, $20, $22, $24, $26, all the way up to almost $30. It was $29 and change. Now, as I'm recording today's video, silver is about $24. I think it's actually just below $24. It's like $23.80 or 90 something as I'm recording today's video. So silver has made some moves since the video that inspired today's video. But I wanted to talk about this today because $24 an ounce silver, it's not just $24 an ounce. You got to factor in the premium. So it's really more like $26, $27 to get your hands on a troy ounce of silver at this point. Do I think that that's too much? Do I think that that's too expensive? Do I think that that's out of my comfort zone? Do I think that that's an absurd price to pay for an ounce of silver? In my opinion and from my perspective, no, not really. And I don't really consider it to be a purchase to begin with. I don't really consider it something that I'm buying necessarily. It's more of a mere conversion in my eyes, at least. But I could see how other people view it as a purchase or something that they're buying or spending their money on, although it's their currency they're spending and it's the money that they're acquiring. But that's besides the point. What I wanted to talk about today is the $24 according to spot price, $27 according to spot price plus premium, is that too much? I personally don't think so. And the reason I say that is because I believe silver will make much bigger moves. I'm not talking about $15 up to the mid-20s. I'm talking about silver climbing and climbing and climbing over time. I'm talking about silver going back to the $50 mark and potentially beyond. Reason I say this is because, first and foremost, we already know that it's possible for silver to go to the $50 range, $45, $50. It's already happened before. We've already seen those numbers. Historically speaking, it's already occurred. Therefore, it could occur again. Metaphorically speaking, it happened yesterday, therefore it could happen again tomorrow. So who's to say that it'll never happen again? That's not really a possible statement to make. It's already happened before. It's not like we're talking about silver going to $1 million an ounce. That's something that somebody could argue would never happen because we don't know for a fact that it could happen because it hasn't already. But we do know that it could go to the $50 mark because it's already been there. But what about beyond? What about $60 silver? What about $70 silver, $80, $90 silver? Who knows? Maybe even one day during our lifetime, we're going to see silver in the triple digits. Maybe we'll see silver reach and surpass the $100 an ounce mark. Is it possible? I would argue that anything's possible. I mean, if 2020 taught us anything, it's that anything can happen. So, do I think that it could happen? Absolutely. Do I think that silver will be on the way? Up, up, and away? Yes, I do. I don't know where exactly it's going to go. I don't know how high up it will climb, but I do believe it will climb. I do believe that people are going to look back and feel ridiculous protesting when silver was in the mid-20s. Because what are they going to be saying when silver is in the mid-30s? How are they going to feel then? Probably pretty foolish. Although I always stress that it's important to remember that it's better to miss out on an opportunity than to be controlled by the fear of missing out. There's no guarantee that silver's going to do anything specific. It's not promised that silver will go to a very specific number by a very specific date. So I would recommend not biting off more than you can chew if you don't really have the utmost conviction in silver, if you don't truly believe in silver, if it's not really something that you are 100% confident in. If that's the case, maybe you're better off taking it slow. I have no idea. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a guy with a camera. So make sure you are doing your own research and forming your own opinions and making your own decisions based off of your own conclusions, not mine. But back to the question, $24, $25, $26, $27 just to pick up a measly troy ounce of silver right now. Do I think it's too much? As I said, no. However, I will admit it's way higher up today than what I'm actually used to. I went a good 2.5 years of silver being in the teens. I picked up a majority of my silver when spot price was between $14 and maybe $18. That's where I got the overwhelming majority of my silver for 2.5 years. Then when we surpassed that 2.5 year mark was right around March or April of 2020, and that's when silver came crashing down and started to climb back up, and then it really started to take off, or so it seemed. I know a lot of people were saying when silver first cracked the $20 mark and went to $21, $22, $23 at the very beginning, a lot of people were saying,
oh yeah, silver's gonna be $1 million tomorrow. I'm not worried about a thing.
And that obviously did not happen. Silver didn't do anything too crazy. It shocked a lot of people. I would say that it shocked the world. I don't think anybody expected silver to reach and surpass the $20 mark anytime in the near future. Proved me wrong. I didn't think it was going to happen. I remember seeing silver go all the way up to $19.80 for the first time in my life of stacking. For the first time, I saw it just under the $20 mark, and I remember saying,
Nah, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna hit $20, not yet. Maybe in a couple years, it'll come back down. We're gonna see $18 silver pretty soon. Maybe we'll even see $17 silver again. There ain't no way it's gonna go to $20 an ounce, not in 2020.
Sure enough, 2020 did its thing, and silver went all the way up to almost $30. So it proved me wrong. I've been wrong in the past. I'll be wrong again in the future. I don't know exactly what silver is going to do. I'm not a psychic. But to convert my dollars into silver when it requires maybe about 26, 27 of my dollars just to get my hands on a troy ounce of silver, I believe it's worth it. The question you have to ask yourself before you convert your dollars into silver, or before you convert your dollars into anything, before you make a purchase, before you buy anything, you always need to ask yourself, does the value exceed the cost? That's the actual question for today's video. Does the value of a troy ounce of silver exceed the $24, $25, $26, $27 it takes to get your hands on a troy ounce of silver? In my opinion, yes. In your opinion, might be yes, it might be no. Depends on a lot of different factors. It depends on what you believe the future of silver is going to be or what it's going to look like. It depends on potentially your income, your expenses, your lifestyle, how many people you're financially prepping for, what your precious metal of choice is. Maybe you couldn't really care less about silver. Maybe you're 100% fixated on gold. Everyone has a different answer. If you ask 10 different people, you're going to get 10 different answers. But if you ask this guy, that's what my answer is. I don't think spot price sitting at and hovering around the $24 mark is even scratching the surface to where silver's going to go. And again, I'm not talking about next week, next month, next year. I'm talking about long term. I'm talking about 5, 10, 15, 20 years down the road, several decades in the future. I believe silver will have that upward trajectory as we've been seeing. Yeah, it'll dip. Yeah, it'll jump up and then some corrections will be made. Yeah, it will start to climb again, then it'll fall, then it'll go back up. 10 steps up, 3 steps down, 5 steps up, 1 step down, 6 steps up, 5 steps down. I believe it's going to have its ups and downs, but with the upward trajectory, I believe it'll be more so up. And I do believe silver will make for an excellent hedge against inflation, but more importantly than that, I always refer to silver as the opportunity metal because I think silver can open up more doors than any other metal. That's just my opinion. I might be wrong, but in my opinion, I think silver can lead to more opportunities. I think silver has far more room to grow and perform over time. For example, in order for silver to go to $50, which as I said previously, we already know it's possible because it's already occurred before, all it would need to do is essentially double from where it is right now. And all that would take is another $20-something. All silver needs to do is go up by $20-something to double in value. Gold, on the other hand, how many dollars would it take for the spot price of gold to double? It would take about $1,800 for gold to get up to the, I don't know, maybe $3,500 to $4,000 range. And those are numbers that we have not yet seen. Gold hit an all-time high this year. Silver isn't anywhere near its all-time high. So the point I'm trying to get across is that, in my opinion, I believe silver has more room to grow and perform over time. So what if silver went up in value? What if silver went to the $40, $50 range again? Maybe even go to $60 or $70? What if the gold to silver ratio gap really tightens? What if the gap closes in and the opportunity to convert a little bit of silver, I'm not talking about all of it, I'm not talking about half of it, I'm not talking about most of it, just some of it. What if the opportunity to convert some of that silver to a little bit of gold presents itself to me or to you? Now you can turn your back on the opportunity if you want. Maybe you want to hang on to your silver. Or maybe you want the gold and you're willing to trade. Like I said, I wouldn't trade all my silver for it, just some of it. I could see myself doing that. I would actually love to do that. That's actually my plan. I hope to be able to do that. I hope the gold to silver ratio gap does in fact close in so that I can trade a little bit of silver for a little bit of gold. Like I said, I call silver the opportunity metal, but what is gold? To me, it's the powerhouse metal, the ultimate form of wealth preservation, which I am currently converting my dollars into gold for diversification purposes, but ideally, I wouldn't really even want to convert my dollars into gold at all. I'd rather convert my dollars into silver and later on down the road convert my silver into gold. That's what my plan is. That's what my hopes are. I don't know if that will happen. I can't say for sure. I can't say with the utmost conviction, but I believe that it will. So I believe that the value exceeds the cost. The cost right now is only $20-something. The value is something that can enrich my future and supplement my retirement or propel me in the direction of gold. And who knows what gold can propel me in the direction of? Maybe being able to invest in real estate or buy land, lease it for farming purposes, put a roof over people's heads, produce a little bit of cash flow for myself, which I can then trade for more silver, and then trade that silver for more gold, and then trade that gold for more land potentially. I believe it'll be an endless cycle. I don't know how to time it. There's no real way to time it. That's not something that you should try to do. However, if the opportunity presents itself to you there's nothing wrong with capitalizing. In my opinion, at least. I want you guys to head on down to the comments and let me know, what are your thoughts on everything that I shared in today's video? More specifically, your thoughts on what I said about evaluating and deciding or deciphering whether or not the value exceeds the cost. And that goes for anything, by the way. That goes for anything that you want to buy. Does the value exceed the cost? Does the cost exceed the value? Are you going to be paying more for something and not getting very much out of it? In which case, waste of currency, waste of fiat, waste of dollar bills. But if the value exceeds the cost, that means you want whatever it is more than you want those dollars. Maybe it'll be an investment of some sort, something to produce a little bit of cash flow, or something to experience capital appreciation. Or maybe it'll be converting those dollar bills into your precious metal of choice and allowing it to preserve your wealth for the long term and act as a hedge against inflation, which you can then pass down to your kids or your grandkids or your grandkids' kids or your grandkids' grandkids. It could be almost like a family heirloom almost. And they could do what they want with it or what they need with it. Or propel you in the direction of the next asset class, if that's your choice. Head on down to the comments and let me know anything and everything related to whether or not you think the value exceeds the cost when it comes to the spot price of the precious metals. And if anybody's interested in joining the Precious Metals VIP Club, it's where I can do things on my own terms, not on YouTube's terms, my terms. I'm hosting privately held live streams. They're smaller and easier to manage. I'm also doing giveaways, discounts, personalized promo codes, shoutouts, deal alerts when silver and gold is on sale on a variety of different websites. And of course, you can watch all of the YouTube videos commercial free. Come join the Precious Metals VIP Club. It'll be the first link in the description. You're invited. I'd be happy to have you. And if you guys enjoyed today's video, please hit that like button. If you guys like me, make sure to subscribe. New videos every single day, 365 days a year. Also subscribe to my second channel, which is my backup channel, for exclusive weekly content. Brand new video over there. Go check it out. The link will be in the description. Trying really hard to hit 2,000 subscribers. We just hit 1,500, and I appreciate that. Got a brand new video dropping tonight. Keep your eyes peeled. And if you want to help support the channel in the biggest possible way, please consider getting yourself some DYDSS merchandise. Of course, we have some precious metal themed t-shirts and hoodies, which are up for grabs, along with a ton of other products, t-shirts, hoodies, even stickers, many of which are raising funds and awareness for different charity organizations, such as the recently released Kraken Stackin' t-shirt, hoodie, sticker, and coffee mug, inspired by the beautiful 2-ounce silver Kraken coin, which, by the way, is helping us raise a little bit of funds and awareness for ocean cleanup charity organizations at no additional cost to you. It comes out of my pocket, not yours. And, of course, the DYDSS Christmas line, which is helping raise a little bit of funds and awareness for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Only available until Christmas. Get one while you can. Any and all merchandise can be found by clicking the first link in the description section down below. Thank you in advance. It's more than appreciated. And once again, I want you guys to head on down to the comments and let me know, what do you think of today's video? What do you think of the spot price of silver being in the $24 an ounce range? Still virtually no different than we've seen for the last 2, maybe 3 months, ever since silver dropped from the $27 range to the $24 range. It has barely even budged. We saw it creep its way up to the $24 mark. We saw it drop down to the $23 mark. But overall, it's been essentially $24 consistently for the last couple of months. Let me know your thoughts on the spot price of silver. Does the value exceed the cost? Does the cost exceed the value? Are you avoiding silver right now because you think it's overvalued? Are you capitalizing on silver because you think it's undervalued? Head on down to the comments and let me know anything and everything related to today's video topic. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. And remember, don't you dare stop smiling. Peace.